One party has a New Jersey recruitment bonanza. The other one, not so much. The 2026 fight for control of Congress runs through New Jersey's swing states. But one party is arriving better prepared than the other. Tyrone Bowman, live. According to Politico, New Jersey, as Republicans look to flip House seats through redistricting in Texas and other red states, they have a pickup opportunity in what was once deep blue North Jersey without having to redraw any lines. In the state's heavily Hispanic 9th Congressional District, the Democrat, who is widely thought to be a shoo-in, won by just 5 points last year. And President Donald Trump narrowly won the district after losing in the last 2 cycles. Yet, even amid talk of New Jersey becoming a purple state, just 2 Republican candidates have stepped forward to run in the district. By contrast, is the one Republican-held seat Democrats have a realistic opportunity to pick up. In Central Jersey's 7th District, Democrats are practically falling over each other to challenge 2-term Republican Representative Tom Kean Jr. 9 Democratic candidates, including several with a proven ability to raise funds and made-for-campaign bios like former Navy Black Hawk pilot, physician, and climate scientist, have declared their candidacies with nearly a year to go before the primary. Democrats in New Jersey feel like the stakes are existential, literally existential. In these midterm elections, said Huntington County Democratic Chair Tom Malinowski, a former 7th District representative whom Kean ousted in 2022, quote, "I'm not sure Republicans feel quite as strongly," end quote. Trump's remarkably narrow 6-point loss in New Jersey last year was wisely seen as a sign in one of the bluest states in the nation was turning purple. And there are other indicators that Democratic dominance is fading in the state. Since the 2022 election, Republicans have shaved Democrats' statewide voter registration advantage from more than 1 million to 864,825. And in the 2021 election, Republican Jack Saratelli, yet again the GOP nominee for governor this year, came within just 3 points of ousting Democratic Governor Phil Murphy. But presidential elections turn out more lower propensity voters than midterms, and wealthier suburban districts like the 7th that had higher turnouts than the more working class 9th. Candidate recruitment and fundraising are some of the few tangible measures of where the political winds are blowing. And in New Jersey's 2026 House races, Democrats are so far dominating on both fronts. Republicans are calling the 9th a swing state. They're talking about a potential investment, said Micah Ramison, director of the Rebovic Institute for New Jersey's Politics at Rider University. But I think they understand that they're not going to get the turnout they're looking for in a midterm. I think it's a different kind of priority, than the 7th District, where turnout is not going to be as dependent on the presidential race. The heavy interest from Democrats seeking to oust Kean is reminiscent of the blue wave of 2018. The 2018 midterms, when Democrats flipped 4 New Jersey Republican House-held seats. Back then, 7 Democrats lined up to run for the 7th District. And that was when the district boundaries made it slightly easier for Democrats to win it. Even in South Jersey's 2nd District, where Republican Representative Jeff Van Drew won re-election last year by 17 points, 3 Democrats have filed to run in 2026. More than Republicans in the 9th District. The same goes for North Jersey's 11th District, where the Democrats have already filed with the FEC to replace Representative Mickey Sherrill, the Democratic nominee for governor, in case she wins the governorship this November and vacates the seat. In the 9th District, Republican Billy Premfill is running again in his fourth straight campaign for the seat since 2020. And just one other Republican has so far come forward, Rosemary Pino, a council member in Clifton. No one else has even teased a candidacy yet to take on Democratic freshman Representative Nellie Poole. The Republicans are optimistic other candidates will emerge. While national Republicans spoke to had yet to commit to any candidates, Premfill, who narrowly lost in 2024, believes he can be their man. I feel supported by the Republican Party. I think they see the same things I see. This district is very winnable. I think I'm making the right choice, he said in a phone interview. But Premfill, never a strong finisher, or fundraiser rather, has barely raised anything for his next race. His last campaign finance report filed in mid-July showed a balance of negative $634. Come on, bruh. You need more than that to run a campaign. We ran that race with under $50,000 while my opponent spent close to $500,000 against me. Premfill said, I'm very good at running a race, even with small resources. Pino, as a Hispanic woman, could be a demographic idea for a Republican candidate in the district, but she's already demonstrated vulnerability shortly after she declared her candidacy. Premfill pointed out that a group she led last year endorsed Poole against him. Passaic County GOP Chair Peter Murphy, whose county makes up much of the district, said that it's a tempting target for Republicans and that he sees more candidates emerging, including from next door in Bergen County. I really do believe more Republicans are going to be coming out of the 9th District. I think you're going to see a lot more coming by the primary. I could see 4 or 5, he said. Well, the only problem that you Republicans are going to have is this. How are you going to be able to justify what's going on in the country? No matter how much money you raise, no matter how many people endorse you, what platform are you going to run on? And you know, if you're not on the side of MAGA, MAGA will not be on the side of you. They do not give an ounce. Either you're with them or against them. That's how MAGA rolls. Meanwhile, Republicans are pointing to Central Jersey 7th District as a potential mess, while noting Poole in the 9th District could face her own primary challenge. Many of the Democratic candidates in the 7th live just outside the district, including Rebecca Bennett, a former Navy Black Hawk pilot and the first to declare. So far, she has captured the most attention from national Democrats. But several rivals have already raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and Republicans warned that in such a large primary, the candidates will work to drag the field to the left, hurting the eventual nominees' chances in the general election, just like I said. If you agree with their platform, their ideology, and please, if you don't agree with their dogma, MAGA is not going to support you. Bennett says she felt called to run. I can't explain it any other way that a switch flipped in my brain, and I told my husband, I have to run for office now, she said. I really love this country. I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution. Republicans see Poole as a potentially weak incumbent, never had combative general elections during her time in the state legislature, and already facing buzz about potential primary challenges, including from the mayor of Patterson, by far the largest city in the district. Keene, by contrast, is a two-term incumbent with a family name that goes back generations in New Jersey. His father, Tom Keene Sr., is the state's most popular former governor. Whoever prevails will be wearing the progressive crown, completely broke and too battered to even compete against Representative Tom Keene Jr., said Maureen O'Toole, a spokesperson for the National Republican Congressional Committee. Harrison Needley, a campaign consultant for Keene, said the field is a large, clear signal of Democrat Party chaos and disarray. They can't unite behind a candidate because they have no organization, no vision, and nothing to offer. Oh, really? Because you say so? Because you say they have nothing to offer? Well, what do Republicans offer? But chaos, confusion, pandemonium, bigotry, racism. So let's talk about the economy. Yeah, let's talk about the economy. Let's talk about inflation. Let's talk about Medicare, Medicaid. Let's talk about injustice. See, you got to hit them where they hurt. You can't play with these people because they play rotten and they play dirty. And if you're going to be in the political game to win, listen up, Democrats. You wouldn't listen to me during the presidential election, but you better listen now. Forget about all the flatteries and the niceties and all the proper college educated talk. Roll up your sleeves and get to work and talk to everyday people about everyday issues. That's all you need to do. Roll up your sleeves, call town hall meetings, go on listening tours, and be sincere when you're talking to people. They'll vote for you because they're tired of what's going on. And if I were a politician, that's how I'd handle it. I wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera, that's for sure. I'd be out there on that road, Jack. I'd be out there on that road every single day and dare my opponents to say one negative thing against me. I would show no mercy to them and I'd grind them up to no end. And this article is too lengthy to read, so I'm done. Get ready. Get ready for a battle. Tom Kean Jr., the party's going to back him. He's already wealthy. They're going to give him even a lot more money in the attempt to crush anybody who comes up against him. The question is, how bad do you want it? Go back in time. Remember a young Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, who later became Muhammad Ali, going up against Sonny Liston. They didn't give the young boxer any chance to beat the established boxer who was backed by the mob. But he destroyed Sonny Liston, became the youngest heavyweight champion ever since Joe Louis. That's how you win. Show no mercy. Take no prisoners. Destroy your opponent and cross the finish line. Never surrender. Never quit.